Hi, Susie and Leslie, Grannies on the Grow, saying get out and do what you love.
Welcome back to the Grannies on the Grow kitchen, folks. And before we get started with this episode, I'd like to give a plug for our channel and please ask you to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ask us to cook something or episode suggestion. I went to the Asian market today, and you'll never guess what I found.
I don't know, but I see some goody things here.
I found the instrument to hopefully lead to the success for me. These are Chinese cooking chopsticks. They are long, but they're designed to help you do specific things. Today, I'm going to hopefully have success demonstrating how I make a omelet called the tornado omelet. It's a popular Korean street food. So I'm about to demonstrate how to make a tornado omelet. The first step is to make the pre-assembled what we call maybe a demi-glace, and it's basically starts with a roux, and then we just sort of enhance that roux with a couple of things. And so the first step in making the demi-glace is to add some butter. So we've pre-melted some butter to get the process started. I'm one of those kind of cooks that sort of does things by eyeball, by feel. I don't really measure things out, so pardon me, but I'm just going to add some butter to this pan. So that was probably, let's add just a little more. That's probably about 2.5 teaspoons of butter. And now I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons of flour to get the roux going. Just going to start with one to start. Mix that around. A trusty spatula. And you know, a roux is just about perfect when it starts to get a little browned. That's what you want to have the good consistency. So I think I might add a little more butter to that. That's just the right ticket that we needed. Alright, so now I'm going to add some ketchup. Now pardon me, once again, I don't do things by a scientific method, but I'm just going to use this, and I take the lid off and squeeze a couple of plops in there. So it's probably 2.5. I'm going to add some of this Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to add some of this garlic powder. Not a lot, just enough to flavor it. Alright, and now it's got a nice darker color to it.
Oh, I could smell something from the other room.
What do you think?
Oh, it smells delicious.
Well, why don't you help me by adding a little bit of water to this?
Okay.
We need to loosen it up because we want it to flow around that egg after we're done making the sauce and the egg.
It looks really good.
Doesn't it smell awesome?
Oh yeah, and the consistency is like a perfect gravy.
Right,
And it's not lumpy.
It just accents the flavor of everything underneath that tornado egg.
Delicious. I've never seen you make this before, and it just looks so good.
I've yet got secrets to reveal.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of mad because I think you've been holding out on me. I didn't know you could do this.
All right, so I'm going to call this pretty much done here. Okay. And I'm going to move the pan just over to the burners here just to keep it warm.
Okay.
And while we move on to the next portion of the meal. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is start the tornado process. So I'm going to put this on the burner to start to bring it up to temp.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit more because it happens fast. So why don't we go ahead and start to scramble or whisk up these 3 eggs. Can you help me with that?
Oh, sure.
You've bragged about your prowess with the whisk, and I don't have that.
One of the few things I know how to do is whisk.
I can never get it quite right. What you don't want when you're scrambling this to be a tornado, you don't want the white strands to run through your eggs, so you want to get it really well whisked up so that doesn't happen. We're using 3 eggs, so you could effectively call it like a 3-egg omelet.
It's one of the things I used to do for my mom. My mom had 6 children.
Whiskers.
Oh, I loved helping her in the kitchen.
So while you're whisking that up, I'm just going to demonstrate what we do with this rice here. So I have this nice Asian plate, and we've got some rice already in a nice little, I don't know what, I guess it's a rice bowl, but it's nice and packed tight in there. So I'm gonna put it on the plate because once this tornado is done, it has to get shifted over onto your rice quickly. So I'm just gonna do the old method of putting it on top like this and then inverting the plate and give it a couple of taps.
Ooh!
Out it came.
Hey, I don't know. Can you hold that up to the camera?
I don't know if you can all see the three-dimensional pile that we got there, but this is basically fried rice. It has vegetables, and I chose to use a couple of dark long grains in there. So it's got rice and carrots. It's got, what are those green things? Oh, peas. So look at that. You did a wonderful job.
Like
Mine
that?
don't ever look quite like that. And now we're going to go ahead and put the rest of this butter that we had from earlier when we made that roux right in here. You want to have your pan good and oiled up like that. Well, I've never used these large chopsticks before, but they're big. So I'm going to hope that I can handle it. I eat with chopsticks all the time.
Can I show you something? These are my grandkids' chopsticks. These are
Adult chopsticks.
my adult chopsticks. And
And
look at the difference.
these are Asian cooking. They cook all the time with these, and hopefully I'm going to be able to use my same skills that I eat with to try and manipulate this egg. You want to go ahead and do your
Pour it in. Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You're involved now.
You ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
There we go.
Okay. It's got some foam here on the top, so I'm got to be able to see these edges. Wish me luck.
Well, we've got a few more eggs in the refrigerator. If it
And
turns,
so one of the key clues here is
Okay.
you're going to take the egg and you're going to pull it towards the center from each
Okay.
edge. But we don't want to pull it all the way because we want to leave a space of about this much here. Because if we pull it all the way to the center, it'll make a hole and it has a tendency to want to tear that way. I'm going to spin this around this way at this particular moment because I can see that I can already pull. See, I'm pulling it like this.
Goodness.
And now I'm going to start spinning this pan. Can you help me by pulling in a sort of a gentle way? All right, cool. I love these chopsticks. Everything is working the way it should. Okay, I don't want to spin it anymore now because you see it's going to tear if I go too far. So we've got that circular pattern happening.
Beautiful.
All right, now we just want to make sure that it's all cooking on the edges.
It's almost like an omelet,
It is an omelet.
but it's going around and around.
And actually it is done. Now I'm just going to try and slide this on top. It should come right out. And see
Oh
where the
my!
top-
Look at this. This is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I've never seen anything like that before.
Then what we do is I'm going to just put this back on. And I'm just going to start to
Oh, yeah. I get it. I wasn't sure what you were doing.
here. Okay. Now if we had some parsley, do we have some parsley?
Yes, we do.
Where would I find that?
Well, it would be in that drawer right there.
I see cilantro, and I
right.
see right behind it, I think it's parsley.
Yep.
So you just take some of this nice parsley, and you, what do you garnish? You garnish with a little bit of parsley on the top, like that. And what do you
Beautiful.
think?
I'm in awe.
There it is,
It's beautiful.
the whole process. So give us a thumbs up, and give us questions if you'd like to know more about it. We'll put the ingredients in the video so that you can see where, what we've used to make this happen. All it takes is a little bit of practice. I've been trying to do this for about a month now, and I must say this is my best one yet, but I think it's because of my new Chinese cooking chopsticks. I'm gonna get to be the one to sample this, and a cook should before they serve it to anybody. So I'm not feeling guilty. I'm just gonna give a sample. Oh my gosh. You have to try this, people. It's so good. Gourmet egg at its finest. So good. Well, looks like I didn't leave a whole lot for Susie. When you snooze, you lose, Susie.